All right, welcome to week 3 Final Fantasy League. We got our Monday night feature matches here. I'm joined by Greg B, who's joining me here on commentary for the first time. How's it going tonight?
Pretty good. We're looking at a interesting keep.
Oh,
I don't know if I personally would keep this, but we'll see.
okay.
Uh, we got two mountains and then two double black cards. But if they draw some swamps here, maybe it could be good.
Yeah, so we got a matchup here. Ethan is up against Jack H. Ethan's at 5 and 9 right now, so he's taking a few losses, but that means his pool should be powered up. But up against Jack H, who just played his Zell and went down a land. Or was this turn? Or was this? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So unfortunately, this hand is looking a little awkward.
Yeah.
Uh, in hand for Jack is cornered by black mages. Now here's a swamp, so that's
Okay.
good. So Jack can cast Heck Dice at this point. Notably, Jack also does have a Call the Mountain Chocobo,
Okay.
so on the next turn, I would guess that's probably what's getting played.
Yeah.
Um,
That's been kind of
but
like an excellent card.
it's really
Call the
overperformed.
Mountain Chocobo.
Turns out just getting any card, even a basic land,
Yeah.
is just extremely valuable if you can do it twice.
Yeah. So in hand here for Ethan, we have a couple removals. We have Vane's Treachery, we have Overkill, and then we have, I guess, another form of removal in Cloud of Darkness, with a current count of 2 permanents in the graveyard. And that's probably going to increase here with this reinforcements he's drawn for turn. So now he's just
Notably,
yeah.
Ethan has two Cloud of Darkness
Okay.
in his pool. I imagine playing both of them.
Yeah.
But even crazier, we see one Albed Salvagers in play. There are 5 Albed Salvagers in this pool.
Okay, that's 5 copies of an uncommon. I mean, that's a strategy on its own if you get a couple of those at play and just anything to go with it. He's gonna
It makes combat pretty awkward for your opponent.
he's gonna cash grab here. Probably not gonna. Very unlikely to make a food from that card, but so he could have grabbed a land to play his Cloud of Darkness, but he took Genova, which is likely to be one of the better cards in his deck here.
So for Jack in hand, we have 3 removal spells and a Miasma Demon, which is, I suppose, a removal spell in a way as well. Unfortunately, 2 of them require double black, which he does not have at the moment.
Is the demon the one you can discard any number of cards and a creature get -2/-2 for
Yes, the
each
one
card
from
that's there?
Duskmourn.
Okay. That's not currently handling any of these problems. And here comes Genova, like I said,
Yeah.
probably likely to be one of the better cards in any deck. And you get a little fun interaction here with the demon wall, getting the counter on it and getting it to attack. Yeah, this Genova, I think when I first played, I was like, okay, like when my creatures die, they draw a card. No, you're drawing cards equal to the power. So your opponent either is taking damage or trading and letting you draw a bunch of cards from this thing.
Yeah, Genova's extremely good, and we're going to see a Thunder Magic here to get that off the board. That's
Extremely
a
good.
card that I look to play pretty much regardless of what colors I'm running in a sealed pool.
Yeah.
If I can splash that, it's going in. But this looks so far, at least, to be just a straight 2-color green-black deck. And looking at Ethan's pool, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of power in those colors.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with the way that the packs work this league, where you can focus in on colors, get yourself down to 2 colors
Certainly.
faster if that's what you're looking to do. Here's a spider here,
Now we
but
see the big robot.
yeah, the robot spider. Ethan is just full of removal here. He has 2 more Vane's Treacheries, so this is going to
I
be
think
a
this
rough
is going
turn
to be
here. Or
quite difficult unless
no, he's just going to Vane's
Jack
Treachery here
draws
for
another
9.
swamp.
No, he's just going to Vane's Treachery to get him for 9 here.
Yep,
So
and that'll be game 1.
yeah, just like a slightly wonky start from Jack, and just Ethan just resolving strong cards, right? Like the Salvagers,
Yeah,
Genova, Cloud of Darkness. Yeah, we see his deck here. He does have Ugin, Eye of the Storms. That's one you don't see every day. So that's the one from Tarkir where you can exile a permanent on casting.
is he playing the Bahamut?
No, I did not
That
know.
makes some sense to me. I think it's definitely a sideboard consideration depending on the opponent's deck.
Yeah, when I
If they're playing on game, I'd be happy to bring that in.
if I have a card that strong, I think I'm making deck building choices around it potentially. But
I think so
he has
too.
a lot of good. He has some impactful. Like he has two of the Coliseum Behemoth, two T-Rex are, so he has some top end. I guess he's figuring nine
Now,
is a bit of an ask, which is true.
looking at Jack's deck,
Yeah.
the mana is looking pretty good to me. I think that was very unlucky to not draw the second swamp because Jack's got 12 swamps, a crossroads village, and a starting town, and only 9 mountains. So drawing that many mountains and only one swamp is pretty unlucky.
I mean, that's the game. Sometimes we know it, we love it, we hate it, all of the above.
Yes,
So
certainly. It is notable that with all these double black cards in the deck, I think it is very sound to run heavy swamps.
yeah, any sideboarding going on? Ethan pretty much just clicked through his sideboarding. I caught a glimpse of his deck
Um,
a few
yeah,
seconds ago.
Jack is considering bringing in some sideboard cards here,
Okay.
uh, deciding exactly what to take out. I think looks like Massidian Elders coming out for. I missed exactly what it was. I think it was it was a 3 drop, so it was either Dark Knight's Greatsword or Fight On or Albed Salvagers. I think.
Yeah, Jack was. I was talking with him before. He's 6 and 5 right now, which is like middle of the pack. He's going to need to
Yeah.
string together some wins to move up significantly. He was saying he's not super excited by his deck. He's just trying to play the most solid, sort of consistent deck rather than like
Yeah.
go for power or he said there was a distinct lack of power perhaps in his pool. So just go for something consistent that can produce results game in and game out.
Now here's Jack waving around his cursor with the opening hand because of how terrible it is, but it looks like he's mulliganed into a hand with potentially one of the most powerful cards in his deck, Sephiroth.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, we got a solid hand here. We got an Esper Origins here to start off. Very good. And he's got Commune with Beavers to smooth out his land situation here. He doesn't have any other lands, so he has all spells. Um, he did keep a land on top from this reveal. He has Gisal Greens, Demon Wall, Commune with Beavers, Cloud of Darkness, the Genova again, and a Veins Treachery. So he's looking to be hitting his land drops here.
I'd be curious to see the game win rate stats when the second flashback of the Esper Origins is cast, because whenever I'm casting it, I feel like I cannot lose.
I find it interesting that he decided to take the Torgal with the Commune with Beavers. I kind of just would just like grab the land and know that I could get my Esper Origins going, or even Genova going with the Demon Wall, like guaranteed next turn. So
That is interesting. Now, Torgal does synergize somewhat, I would imagine, with the deck, considering how many Albed Salvagers are in the pool. But
yeah, the thing is here, if he had his turn 4 now, either a Genova or an Esper Origins, he's just like he's gonna be doing so well. Now he's just doing this to get rid of the Sephiroth and not forwarding his board state. Yeah, I think I like safe plays. So when I have 4 drops that I want to absolutely cast and don't have the lands, and I commune with beavers and I see a land, I think I just take the land. But that's the
I'm the same
conservative
way.
side of me. Right? He does.
Notably, though, Esper Origins gets a lot better the more creatures you have. So I certainly understand where Ethan's coming from here, wanting to have a 2 drop, because now next turn, I don't know what his hand's looking like, but he can probably drop a couple things, right?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to Esper Origins the turn before if he drew the land. He could have played Genova and put a counter on the Demon Wall, started
Yeah.
attacking.
Now, notably, Gaius Van Belsar here is actually going to clean up the summon.
This shambling, I'll say, Seath has like just been doing all sorts of stuff this game, right? He brought it in, sacked
Yeah,
it, brought it back. Now has sacked it again and will likely bring it back at some point.
it's definitely a card you don't want to play unless you can make use of its ability, and it seems to be doing some good work here.
Yeah, it's like a little dopey, like 3 mana 3/3 enters battlefield tap. But if you can, like, he's already generated value from it twice here, and will likely recur it before the end of this game, if not very soon.
Now, when I see Fang hit the battlefield, the first thing I'm looking up is whether the other half is in the pool,
Oh, if he has a
but it does
vanilla.
not look doesn't look like it.
Okay. There's a spider. He's just gonna have this the robot spider. He's got Cloud of Darkness here. He does have an overkill for the spider. I guess he just decides to be a bit more mana efficient here, which is fine.
Yeah. Jack just drew Zell Dinked.
Okay.
The and Cornered by Black Mages is the other card in hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think of that card still. Like some people have said it's good. I don't know the Zell. It's like
Yeah,
it,
it's I have not played it yet. I've had some opportunities to, but I think you really want to be heavy landfall for it. But I've also been beaten by it pretty hard, so
yeah, it's a very strange card. Like absolutely, like very hard to evaluate. I haven't seen it in play enough to really know for sure how I feel about it. Oh, looks like somebody's been on the Saga sheet here. He's picked up an Eldest Reborn from his
oh
Saga
wow.
Revelation. So he has shopped in the Saga part of the store here.
An Eldest Reborn, an extremely powerful card.
Yeah, not looking great with the 0/1 Black Mage in play though.
Yes, that's true, but there's no shortage of great targets to reanimate
Yeah, and
with it.
he's got another Saga here, Binding of the Titans, which is sort of it like mills cards, and then eventually you get back something. That's your hand. I believe it like each
Yeah,
player
I'm taking a
mills.
look at it now.
Yeah, he's playing it now. Each player mills, then you get to exile up to 2 cards from a graveyard. Then you get back a creature or a land. I think it's like it's just like fill up your graveyard, a little bit of value, like nothing spectacular, but
Well, notably, it does combo with Bang when
yeah,
you're exiling the 2 cards from graveyards.
yeah,
You
Fang.
gain a life, and then you lose one and draw.
If you choose your own graveyard, then yes.
Yeah,
But the question is now, what is he going to do about the 6/5? He's got not he does not have an answer to it. Yeah, this he's gaining 2 life here for each creature card exiled. Gain a life.
yeah,
I mean, this Eldest Reborn, cool card, but just looking just awful here.
yeah.
Oh, there goes a Black Mage, I guess. Yeah, and this Gasol Greens. I mean, I guess his blocks is like let the 6 go through, and
Oh, that's a pretty decent draw, I think.
yeah,
An Albed Salvagers, one of only one in this pool, but with the opponent getting pretty close after an attack from the spider there.
yeah, like the Salvage is a card that like at times it doesn't quite do what you need it to, but when you draw it at this point in the game, it's like there's almost no better card in a lot of situations because
It's
it's just
extremely good when you're ahead.
yeah. So he does get something back here. Coliseum Behemoth will actually destroy the spider, so he will live on here, even though the Salvagers is threatening his life total over the next few turns.
And something's going to get reanimated with Eldest Reborn as
Yeah,
well.
so Jack is gonna hit in here.
Uh,
A removal
uh,
spell will
situation.
a removal spell will actually end this. Yeah,
Yep.
I was gonna say he is dead to like a removal, but yeah, so he's gonna go to 1 and then go to 0 from the Salvagers. So I guess he's figuring opponent's top decking. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, removal spell is lethal there, but I do understand the attack for 4. He does want to get the game over with, considering the Salvagers are so threatening. You just have to hope the
Yeah.
opponent doesn't top deck, the removal.
I mean, Jack's deck is pretty jam packed with removal. He's got 4 Thunder Magics.
Okay,
Choco Comet, that would have ended the game
so
as well.
I will say, despite the Salvagers showing up in game 1, 80% of his Ethan Salvagers are in the sideboard here. He's just running 1.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I love that card, but if you're running 5 of them,
That's
I
a
feel
lot.
like that's a different plan than the deck that Cat's Ugin. So
Yeah, maybe it's like in your black white or black red deck. You're doing that. He did side in a second one. He's got Scavenger's Talent, which is like a it's like a build around rare sort of from
Yeah. Oh, I played that one
Gauntlet.
quite a bit
Yeah,
in
it's a little
Pioneer
fussy.
Food.
It's a little fussy, but against especially against Jack Stack, it's a little slow. So you just helping another salvagers to maybe give me a little life boost and just another body.
Now it looks like Ethan's also got Saz Catsroy in his pool, which is a messed up card.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, it is kind
Although
of
I
like
don't
it's kind of like it's just stats, but it gets crazy. It gets really out of control.
doesn't look like there's too many. I guess one summon Fat Chocobo is all you need.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just want your land. Also, you just want to hit your land if you
That's
don't have
true.
enough land. Yeah, great card. Um, I mean, like this, he's at 9 losses now, so he's got a pool chock full of cards. Right, the packs in this league get really big, really fast. I guess
Yeah.
um, you're. Is this the first league you've played, or have you played a few with us here?
This is the first one I played, but
Yeah,
my friend has played many of them, and we've discussed this.
yeah. Like normally the packs stay at like 14 cards, right? Like sometimes you're getting a bonus sheet card, sometimes you're opening a different set, but we're getting like 19 card packs. Some people are getting or more even potentially. So yeah, like this is one of the more possibly effective catch up mechanics that we've had for the packs. Just because the packs are going to be so big, you just have more cards.
Certainly.
All right.
Now this is a really nice opening hand here
Yep.
for
What
Jack.
do we got over there for Jack?
Two Thunder Magics, Albed
Albed.
Salvagers, Sephiroth's Intervention, three lands, just drew a fourth, and a Miasma Demon. The Miasma Demon's looking a little slow in this hand, but
So very reactive, but definitely will be able to react without
yeah,
any
I mean
problem.
we saw last game pretty much what happened is all the removal in Jack's deck just lined up very well. So hopefully getting down the Albed Salvagers here.
Yeah, he's gonna
I
get
would
a
be looking for
nice.
like
Yeah, he's gonna get a nice
oh here comes summon
chocobo
Fat
here,
Chocobo.
ramped out thanks to the heaped harvest. In hand, he's got a Veins Treachery. He's got a Salvagers, the Albed Salvagers, and the Shinra reinforcement. So he's got a removal and a couple of 3 drops. So nothing crazily impactful, but some solid plays for the next couple turns.
Looks like Jack's thinking about casting Sephiroth's Intervention here.
Do you want the Demon Wall, which
Believe
maybe
on the
will let you bread
Chocobo
later,
or the
or do you want to get
or
rid
yeah,
of the Chocobo, which is going to get sacked in a few turns anyway?
it's hard to say. Here we are seeing the power of Fat Chocobo. It's just putting two things onto the board against a handful of removal spells is an awkward position to be in. Oh, now here's a nice little combo: playing Hectize and then casting
Veins.
Final
I was going
Vengeance.
to say Veins Treachery, but same deal. Actually, worse for his Salvagers. It was worse for his Salvagers that happened,
Yes,
but still a really good card. So he's drawn Gaius, which is the guy where everybody has to sack something.
yes. Jack's also got two Gaiuses in deck and one in sideboard, so
This looks
so
like
pretty high chance of seeing him this game on one side of the battlefield or another.
he's going to keep the Demon Wall even though it can't attack. I think he realizes I don't need to necessarily attack him right away. Okay, there goes the bird.
We're getting pretty close to dropping my Asthma Demon, likely just as a flyer. I don't know.
Yeah, what is that?
Giving
5-4
things
for
minus
six?
two, minus two.
Is that a 5-4
Let
for
me
6 mana?
check the stats. I believe so.
Okay.
Um,
All right, all the Thunder
yep, it's a
Magics.
5/4.
All right, all the Thunder Magics.
Still got a Sephiroth's Intervention. Oh, and here's Sephiroth himself.
Okay, he doesn't have anything to sack, but I mean, it's still a nice play here.
Yeah, it's doing a Albed Salvager's impression.
Cool play for Ethan is he can sacrifice his Heaped Harvest here.
That's
For the
true.
Veins Treachery. Oh. He might have not realized that you could sack an artifact, because I think you just sack your Heaped Harvest there.
For sure.
I believe it trigger like you get the land when you sack it to other things,
I
right?
believe so as well. I need to read the text, but I'm fairly
Yeah.
certain.
I think it's like when it enters or when it goes away, you get a land, and then it has the food clause here. Yeah, so he could
I
have.
played a bit of mono white tokens and standard, so Carrot Cake, I believe, works in the same way. So
Yeah, he's got to have it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully for him, not not having the demon wall anymore won't turn on him too much later
Now
on in the
here
game.
comes the Sephiroth's intervention.
Yeah, there that goes. Does he have another removal Jack here in hand?
Nope, he's got the miasma
Yeah,
demon next turn.
because he could
So
have just had the demon wall and just start pumping it up here. I wonder if Jack's yet. He just says, well, 6 mana, 5/4 flying. Could be worse. Not exactly where you want it to be, but it's a threat. And this Dagger Fang duo is not going to keep up with the damage that the demon's putting out here. So he
what went in
wants
the graveyard there?
is
Well,
a
we
long
gotta
stock
gotta show
brawl
greens.
and a greens. Yeah, so the long stock brawl is the fight spell.
Yeah, gifting a fish or gift something. I forget exactly what.
That one is a 1/1 token, I believe.
Oh yes, indeed.
He's got Botanist here, which I believe whenever it becomes tapped, you get to look for a land.
Yeah,
If I remember that.
which I guess thins the deck a little bit, but beyond that, I don't think it's super helpful here.
Oh,
Oh, I guess it's off the top. So
okay. So he's what he's seeing on top of his deck here is I believe it's Disruptive Stormbrood. It's the
oh,
green dragon that
it's
has
quite
the
a
black
card.
adventure or omen. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know how good it is in this instance though, because it just destroys artifact or enchantment, right? It's
It
not creature with flying.
it blocks the demon for a turn,
That's true.
and that's not nothing.
I suppose that is true.
And now he sees a greens on top, which he can just absolutely happily throw in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So
a removal spell on top could spell doom.
I mean, we saw that last game, but yeah, removal spell on top will win the game thanks to the little mage token. The little mage token that could. So what does he have?
He has two lands, but he's attacking here.
Okay. So now with a removal, Ethan can take this. Uh, but he does get to gain
Oh,
life
the
here with
T-Rex.
his. Yeah, that's a big one. Getting to
That's
gain some
pretty
life.
brutal.
Attack, gets to draw a land. Yeah, now Jack's stuck needing something here.
We've seen time and time again cards like T-Rex or, I mean, Migrating Ketrodon was the last one, but just really excellent cards
think
to stabilize in the late
I think
game.
Jack has realized he might be doomed here.
Well, he's about to cast his ultimate spell, which is a basic mountain.
Is it a land? Yeah. Lands, am I right? All right. Well, they're being friendly. We like the friendly banter here in the future matches. So
Indeed.
I mean, just we could see Jack just got a few too many lands and nothing to do with them. Ethan was just able to play a few more creatures here and take home the victory here on our first feature match of the week. So congratulations to Ethan, and thanks for watching.